There is nothing better than Boston in the spring on a sunny, glorious, warm day. If you've ever been curious about how a local would spend the perfect day in Boston, come with me. Good morning, beautiful people. Today is my second last day in Boston, and I've been blessed with the best day possible. It is 73 degrees Fahrenheit. There is nothing better than Boston in the spring on a sunny, glorious, warm day. So if you've ever been curious about how a local would spend the perfect day in Boston, come with me. For those of you who may not know, I'm originally from Italy. I lived there until I was 11 years old, and then I moved to the US. I was in Maine for 6 years, Boston for 5 years. Boston in a heartbeat became my American home. I am a walker. I've walked this city thousands and thousands of times. I am clinically obsessed with Boston. So not to brag or anything, but you're in for the best itinerary in Boston, for Boston. All right, so for the perfect one day in Boston itinerary, you are going to start either at one end or the other. So you either start in the north end and you make your way up to Fenway, or you start in Fenway and you make your way down to the north end. I decided we're going to start off with Fenway because it's the home of the Red Sox, the Fenway Stadium, and in the early morning there is no one. So you get to walk around this beautiful street and just take it all in for yourself. I'm not a baseball fan, but I have been to several games. In my personal opinion, a baseball game is more of a social event. You go with your friends, you sing Sweet Caroline with everyone. And just a couple of days ago, I actually went inside the stadium with my friend who works here. And I don't know, there's just something about the Boston Red Sox. You just feel this big sense of pride. And again, I don't even watch the sport. But there's something so beautiful. You see everyone get together, root for a team. The Fenway Stadium is iconic. In other words, you haven't visited Boston if you didn't visit the Fenway Stadium, or at least the Fenway Park area. To visit the Fenway area, there's a good amount of things to do. They recently opened, at least recently for me, Cisco Brewers. It's an outdoor patio if you want to get some drinks. And here there's actually the 5 colleges of the Fenway. I went to Emmanuel College. And yeah, it's a beautiful area. There's a lot of students. You have Target, a lot of restaurants, Fenway Stadium. There's even a timeout market and so much more. So if you come to the Fenway area, which you absolutely should, you don't have to just come for the Red Sox Stadium. There's so much more to see. And there's one place I'm about to take you to that I'm so excited to show you. It's where they had the world's biggest art heist. It's so easy to enter Target and be like, I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and then go on 50 different side quests. Really good. And now we're going to go pass through my old school, Emmanuel, and then we're off to the Isabella Gardener Museum, which is not a hidden gem to locals, but I would say it is for tourists. And you will love it. That's the timeout market right in front of us. There it is. I have a very small but very pretty campus. feels kind of weird to be looking at it and thinking I graduated in 2021, so 4 years ago. Time flies ridiculously fast. Walk on the quad and just admire the little place. Also, it is hot. As I told you guys, in Boston, the weather is very humid. So whatever you think is a decent temperature, it'll be boiling because that's just what humidity does. It makes every temperature so much worse. It makes cold weather colder, hot weather warmer. Me and my alma mater. Just a few steps away from each other are the Isabella Gardener Museum and the MFA, the Museum of Fine Arts. They are both incredible, but I decided to bring you guys with me to the Isabella Gardner Museum because I believe that it's just so unique to Boston. It's so beautiful, as you will see in a second. The Isabella Gardner Museum is essentially this Italian mansion, and they suffered the world's biggest art heist, and it's still ongoing. I think they're going to reward $6 million to whoever finds the missing paintings. I just think there are so many major cities with beautiful museums. The Museum of Fine Arts is absolutely worth visiting, but if you're spending one day in Boston, you should definitely go to the Isabella Gardner Museum because, again, it's unique to the city. It's an icon. I mean, the world's biggest art heist, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I might need to fact check this, but this is the story that I learned, is that Isabella Gardner was this woman who suffered a miscarriage, and to heal and to cope, she traveled to Italy and she fell in love with Italian architecture, villas. And so she essentially created this home, her own mansion, all inspired by Italian architecture here in Boston. And now it's a museum. That was the beautiful Isabella Gardner Museum. And now we will walk through one of my other favorite local hidden gems. It's the Gardens of the Fenway. It's all little personal gardens. And from there on, we will make our way to the Prudential, Newbury, Backway area. This goose has been staring at me and I can't tell what it wants to do. I got scared from the other one making sounds. There was recently a video of a Canadian goose entering the enclosure of a tiger in a zoo. The tiger lost the fight. The geese are a protected species here in Boston, so cars, if there's a whole line of geese passing, Cars have to let them pass. They are important animals in this city ecosystem. They are assholes, which is kind of ironic given Canadian people are known for being overly nice, sweet people. Canadian geese, they're a threat to society. You can see the Prudential from here. Hello. Right now I'm walking in the Backway Fens. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, so in the Backway Fens, as you can see right here, there's a track field, football field, soccer field. It's everything you want it to be. There's also the rose garden, and that has a free entry. So let's go check it out. I don't know if there's any roses left, but maybe. And how could I forget to show you? We're not entering, but what is with the wildlife today? That's an irone. What the fuck? What? I've never seen this in my whole life here in Boston. I was gonna show you the MFA, the Museum of Fine Arts, but there's like a royal bird. That's the MFA right there, and that's the bird. Didn't I tell you this was gonna be the perfect day in Boston? I mean, it's so perfect that I'm getting all the coolest wildlife. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. Here's the rose garden. See it with me. No roses yet, but it's a cute spot to visit. So I'm just learning, it's not just the Fenway Gardens, it's the Fenway Victory Gardens.
I like steel myself.
This was always one of my favorite walks here in Boston, especially when all the flowers are blooming. Tulips are my favorite flowers, so shout out to this gardener. This walk right here, that building did not exist, but this walk right here was a weekly walk of mine because I worked at Italy as a hostess and then Espresso. Not a shopaholic, but we could say we were on that road. So I was at the Prudential every single day. This area right here is full of incredible food, restaurants, little shops. Right now we're on one of my favorite streets ever, Newbury Street. We are going to go grab lunch at another of my favorite places, Life Alive, which, fun fact, Harry Styles went there to eat. It's my favorite clothing store in on Newbury Street.
Hi, how are you?
Now we're off to lunch. Woohoo! I'm so hungry. Having lunch at Life Alive. It's on Backway Street. And then we will walk back to the Prudential. I need to try this. Looks so good. and I'm so happy I got the falafel on the side because Life Alive makes such good falafel. And this lemonade right here, Life Alive makes the best refreshers always. And this is a strawberry mint basil lemonade. Really good. It's seasonal, so enjoyable when you can. Right now we're on the way to the view, which is the very top of the Prudential Center. They had a rooftop restaurant there when I started college, and then they shut down. And then they inaugurated this place, I think, 2 years ago now. I've been once or twice. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to show you guys all the different areas of Boston from up there. How fun is this? See you up there. I got the elevator to myself. Okay. Wow, this is so fun. Wow. I'm so happy up here. Oh. This morning, I wasn't sure if I wanted to visit the view, this place I'm in right now, for sunset or at this time that I'm visiting right now. And I'm really glad I chose the afternoon, especially being a Monday, because there is no one. There's just a couple of families, a couple of tourists just walking around. And it's really peaceful. I always get food coma after I eat. I really have that siesta ingrained in me. So this is actually giving me the opportunity to take a break while admiring the beautiful Boston. So while I think sunset would have been gorgeous view-wise, I think early afternoon is the best bet because you have less crowds. You get to rest while still enjoy the best views. And yeah. Woohoo! That's cute. Aww. Bye-bye. I was able to take a nap. And now we're gonna go walk around, go back on Newbury. Oh, my ears. Public Garden, my favorite, one of my favorite places on earth, and Matcha. I need matcha so bad right now. Hell yeah! Ooh, Japanese. Grazie. Welcome to one of my favorite places on earth, and definitely favorite place here in Boston. It's the Public Garden. It dates back to 1830 and it's the first public botanical garden in the United States. When I lived here in Boston, I would come to this park every day that I could. I especially love it in the springtime when everything starts to bloom. They plant the most beautiful tulips. They're all so colorful. And I would say the best part is you see everyone just having the best time. People are having picnics, others are playing the guitar as I just saw right now. Others are catching up with friends, just walking around, or they're going on the iconic swan boats. In other words, this is a place where you come and soak in all the best vibes possible. If you're a big fan of the Good Will Hunting movie with Matt Damon and Robin Williams, then you'll appreciate this little spot. Do you recognize it? All right, let's go get a nice matcha latte. I don't know if this is an international story, children's book you find, but here in Boston and in Maine as well, I would say Northeast in general, there's a story about the Boston ducklings. I don't remember the story, but here in the Public Garden, there's a statue of the Boston ducklings. And what's beautiful is people will dress them up. In the wintertime, they'll have sweaters. Right now, the mom duck has an umbrella. They usually have something for the Boston Marathon. Can't figure out what they're wearing right now. Let's go check it out. They have little tutus, little hats, little vests. So cute. That we're going towards the Matcha. We are entering Beacon Hill, which I would say is the wealthiest neighborhood of Boston because we have all these gorgeous brick homes. I forget the real word. Brickstone, red brick, something. Anyways, this is usually the most beautiful neighborhood. There's even cobblestone streets, really cute shops in general. They're not the big brands. There's a Jellycat store, well, a store that sells Jellycats. So that's become very popular with the Jellycat obsession. This is where you'll find all the Jellycats. Oh my goodness. Also, did you know that that cat, that thing on top is not a hat, but it's actual jelly? So going with Jellycat, and look. Oh. I don't know about you guys, but I'm also Jellycat obsessed. And then my mom actually gifted me this, but in a little pouch version. And I am absolutely obsessed. It's all everything that makes up Boston. Also, how cute is the state of Massachusetts? Oh, and the Sitco sign we saw this morning. Yeah, this is a fun store to get Jellycats and Boston related artisan products. Shibuya Crossing. This right here is the cutest bookshop. They have the most beautiful bookshop upstairs, but then you enter through here and you can have breakfast, lunch, maybe dinner, and they have a little patio as well. So yeah, definitely go there if you like books and aesthetic bookshops. My sister told me to try the blueberry matcha. Let's see how it is. Hello. It's really pretty. It's good. I'm really glad to the girl that inspired me to get this. So it was my sister. And then I read that it was blueberry vanilla and I got a bit nervous. So I was talking to the cashier and she said, no, you should try it. And if you don't like it, we'll remake it. It's delicious. Now we'll go find Acorn Street, the most iconic street here in Beacon Hill.
This is even better. She's apparently looking for like 50 or more. That's what I learned from Marie.
Here we are. I do apologize, guys. I decided yesterday night with my family to have dinner at 7 p.m., which means that I don't have time to do both North End and Cambridge. But the North End is so iconic. Hard decisions. Okay. Executive decision. We will walk through Beacon Hill and we will go to the north end because I showed you Cambridge from the view. Okay. Ready, set, let's go. One of the things I adore about Beacon Hill, besides all the beautiful bricks, is that the doors are colorful, some of them. They always have some really cool handles. And the most beautiful floral arrangements on their windowsills. I mean, come on. This is absolute perfection. And they have a blue door. Oh, this is so nice. I was here the other day and there's these two houses that are absolutely insane, especially the one I'm about to show you now. Garden all of white tulips. White tulips. If I won the lottery, these would be the signs. Let me tell you, these would be the signs. These are the signs if I ever won the lottery. I mean, come on. Insane. Insane. Another perfect windowsill. The florals. One thing I forgot to note is when you visit Acorn Street, that's a residential area. Let me turn around so you see the pretty flowers while I talk. It's a residential area, so please keep your inside voices because we want people to be able to see that beautiful street. And if people become disrespectful and start to yell and fight over pictures, that will get taken away and we don't want that. So just be mindful when you walk around that area that there's people living there, maybe resting. So yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this walk with me. I surely am. I think so. Boston from Fenway area to the north end, if you just walk straight, don't stop, you will walk that in an hour. So Boston, some people think it's a big city. In my opinion, it's the perfect size. It's big, but it doesn't feel big. I've made the executive decision to go back towards the Boston Commons, and from there we will take a left and head to the north end. I don't know if you guys are noticing this in the vlog, but one of my absolute favorite things about Boston is the fact that you walk 20-ish minutes and the scenery is always changing. It's so beautiful. It's so different all around. I mean, we've gone from, how would you describe it? We've gone from Fenway with some pretty modern buildings and universities to Back Bay, which is all newer buildings and shopping and stuff. Newbury, oh, so beautiful. It's all bricks and just restaurants, shops. Then you got Beacon Hill. Beacon Hill is the most beautiful. More pretty flowers. North End, another super historic area. The public garden. Boston is the perfect American city, in my opinion. I need to travel more around the US, but I am a die-hard, clinically obsessed Bostonian lover. I'm a Bostonian. And people do call this the most European city of the US, which honestly checks out. You can walk everywhere in Boston, and I think that's something I highly, highly value. I love my walk. It's just perfect. What can I say? An activity that you do here in Boston for free is the Freedom Trail. And that's basically a red brick road that goes all throughout Boston. And by walking it, by following it, you will end up at several historic spots. I think it starts in the North End where there's this important church, and it ends here at the Massachusetts State House. You can go this way, or you follow the rest. Follow the red brick road. Follow the red brick road.
But it's how it's sort of like, yeah.
The Boston Athenaeum is quite expensive, but a very beautiful place to visit. I think it's the oldest library in Boston. So here we have where the Boston Tea Party began. It's the Old South Meeting House. And right around that corner is a delicious matcha spot called Ogawa. And I highly recommend it. It is on the quite expensive side. Maybe it's the tariffs. Who knows? Delicious though, so you guys will have to go try it if you want some high quality matcha. And for my favorite lobster roll, and it has a lot of gluten-free, celiac safe options, is Luke's Lobster Roll. I was so excited I said the whole menu item. It's Luke's Lobster, the name. Here is the beautiful old State House. And now I'm going to bring you to the crossing that brings me back to the Shibuya crossing. It's not nearly as crazy, nearly as big, but a thrill to walk. We won't be going through here, but this is where the financial district is. And here is my little Shibuya crossing. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I mean, how beautiful is this? No matter the time of day, it's always so gorgeous. As we're making our way to the North End, we start off with the beautiful and the iconic Faneuil Hall and the Quincy Market. This is where you'll find all sorts of food, shopping malls. That is always really fun. It's very lively. There's always some form of entertainment, especially musicians. So definitely, wow. They're restructuring a lot. But yeah, definitely come here. I'm sorry you guys have to deal with these ugly views. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. Ah, paving stones repair. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay. Well, this is her. The Quincy Market, the tower. here we are in the North End. This is Hanover Street. This, I would say, is the most famous street of the North End. It's where you have all the restaurants. There are so many pictures of restaurateurs with celebrities. There's even modern pastry, my favorite bakery, Italian bakery. They make gluten-free cannolis, and they fill their cannolis on the spot, not like Mike's Pastry. Mike's Pastries is pre-filled, is very touristy, so I tell you, Mike's Pastry, go there if you want the icon of the city, you want that experience, but make sure you go to Modern Pastry for the fresher, better stuff. Also in here, it's full of gluten, but in this little alleyway, there's this hidden gem where you can get delicious artisan produce. Well, bread, pastas, all the good stuff. This is Modern Pastry. And if you come to have dinner, please trust me, a native Italian. These are the two places where you get the most authentic Italian food in the North End. Don't go anywhere else, please. Well, that one right there, Trattoria Il Panino. And this one right here, Vinoteca di Monica. Now I'm going to bring you on my street, on my favorite street of the North End, and right next to where I live. This street is where it's at. The best street in the North End. You can quote me. Source, trust me, bro. I lived here, of course I know. I won't go inside, but I will point out to you two places that are really cute. One is an Italian library, and the other one is a little shop that has all sorts of Boston goodies, small businesses, actually, I might have to enter that one because I've been looking for travel size perfumes and they had some good stuff. Why not? It's closed. R.I.P. What was that 6? I Am Books is the Italian bookstore. Here you can find books in English, but there are a bunch of books in Italian or from Italian authors, and just a bunch of other fun gadgets. This right here is the place to go to if you want a really, really good sandwich. Sancho used to come here all the time. Really, really good. Right here we have Bova's Bakery, which I would say is second most famous after Mike's Pastry. Boba's has actually been in a few movies, one being Pitch Fever with Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon. So go watch the movie for some Red Sox, Boba's, all that good stuff. Something really unique about this bakery is that it's the only bakery, and honestly, maybe one of the only places here in Boston that's open 24/7. So people will come here to get a slice of pizza, a really big, not very traditional arancino, all sorts of pastries and cakes. Yeah, not gluten friendly, so I've never tried it, but Sancho has enjoyed some pizzas here. I'm gonna head to North Station now so I can reach my parents for, for dinner. We're going to a delicious Mexican restaurant, but here's my old apartment. I didn't get to bring you guys to the part of the Charles River in Cambridge I love, but with the commuter rail, we are going to pass over the bridge, one of the bridges, so at least we still get some of those vibes. Bye. I have plenty of time before my commuter rail, but I haven't taken the commuter rail from North Station before, always South Station. So it's always good to be ready. I'm going back up. Let's see if we can find it. TD Garden. This is where you have all the concerts, all the games, all the good stuff to celebrate.